Welcome back, homies and honeys, to another episode of Final Fantasy XVI. It's gonna be episode 65, keeping the party live. Alright, so in the last one we just did arcade mode. We took out both Titans. Probably one of the longest episodes, I think. That last second Titan fight is pretty long. But we only have one arcade mode that's unlocked, and that's the Bahamut fight, which is probably also going to be long as heck. Wanted to see how many points I needed.
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Is everything we've received and everything promised?
And we need like one more quest to get this Talisman of Prime.
Come again. I may have more for you.
Clive! Anything catch your eye? Think you can help?
Alright, I think we're ready to push on. The main story quests. Got a little bit of knowledge about Ultima and what he might be after, and so heading down here. We also learned about the Undying. Oh, Tabor, a settlement in central Dalmekia that seems to cling to the very cliffs of the which dominate the landscape of the region. It is famed for its leatherworking, signature stench, and tanneries. I've already read this, but it didn't have an image, and I think that's why it put an image to it, and that's why it lit up. Yeah, we learned about these, like a secret society called the Undying that basically serve Joshua, or the Phoenix for that matter.
The free cities under siege.
There are horrible beasts down that way. Ashen terrors who'll kill you as soon as look at you. Would that I had the strength to kill them first.
Oh, we got some orcs and shit.
Orcs. Then let us be rid of them. Too slow.
Kick that dog. Works. Oh, can't jump over a barrel? Crazy, what?
We're not alone.
smoke.
Is the city fallen?
Probably. Wait, what? Go over this way real quick. See what's over there. You know? You never know. I was up there. I had some air. There's an item back there. We can't get it. That's some shit.
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
What do I owe the honour? So, will it be? Anything else?
alive. Anything catch your eye?
We out here, we trying to get these side quests done so we can get that item, so yeah.
If we're going to do this, we'll need help.
Then we'll have to find it, and fast. We cannot let this chance pass us by.
Eloise.
Clive, your timing is impeccable. It just so happens that right at this very moment, we're in need of someone with your talents.
And what talents would those be?
Why, your fearlessness and your skill with a blade.
I'm listening.
Well, as I'm sure you're aware, when these dark skies swept over the Republic, so too did a wave of chaos and confusion. Randalar has been particularly badly affected. Many of the capital's bearers have lost their masters, or taken the opportunity to flee them. None remain free for long, of course. Most find themselves under the protection of the Fist before they get far. But the army too is in disarray, and finds itself unable to provide for its new charges, which means it has been looking to sell.
And you've been looking to buy, to make sure these masterless bearers remain that way.
Precisely. It's the perfect opportunity to free dozens more, and for an attractive price, no less.
So where does my skill with a blade come in?
Though we may have the funds to buy these bearers, we have nowhere to house them. So we've been searching for a place where they can be resettled. Somewhere far from the prying eyes of those who would see them enslaved once more. And we believe we have found one. Cashlock. A small hamlet hidden in a canyon. The place was abandoned a long time ago, but when the men moved out, the beasts moved in.
And so we seek the aid of a fearless swordsman to encourage them to look elsewhere. You'll help, won't you?
How could I refuse?
Excellent. Theo, if you wouldn't mind making arrangements for the transportation of our guests, as we discussed.
Of course. Leave everything with me.
Sounds like you'll have your work cut out for you.
I will. We have an entire village to stock and furnish. Residents and all. Even if I begin right now, I'll be working day and night. So I'd better get started. Try to clear the place out before the wagons roll in, won't you?
I'll do my best.
You will find a village in Chairdra's Thread, past Lateney's Cleft. My man there will open the gate for you.
All right. Wish me luck.
I'm sure you won't need it.
Sure, you won't need it.
Pass through Lateney's Cleft, and you'll see what's left of Cashlock down in the valley.
Station 100, transportation domestic 500, transportation external 1,000. All prices per wagon, monies up front. Additional fees for heavy or unstable loads. Consult within. Oh, the fishing village. Not where I was talking about. I thought it was here. That gate. Here, that's the gate. Okay.
Oh, you're a friend of the Crimson Caravans. And by the look of you, I'd say you were the help they told me was on its way. Cashlock's just down there, if you'd be so kind.
goblin mugger.
Must have been a nice place once.
It will be again.
Too many mobs. Easy peasy.
I think that's the last of them.
I think you're right. Let's head back. Bocklad.
Bum, bum.
Well met. A fine choice.
Something the matter, Theodore? Quiet.
Those are our terms. I trust that you'll give them your full consideration.
I shall. Thank you.
Him again.
Someone you know?
Yes. And, no. But enough about him. How did you fare down in Cashlock?
It's done. The village is safe now.
You made quick work of it, as always.
I should go and let Eloise know.
Don't let me keep you. But Clive, don't tell her I was watching her, will you? She'll only get upset. I'll explain everything once you've finished with your report.
All right. We'll speak then.
Something else is going on. Gonna be an extension for this quest or another quest in general?
Eloise, I just got back from Cashlock. The village should be safe now.
Thank you, Clive. Here, something for your trouble. Well then, now that you have laid the groundwork for our little project, I suppose we'd better finish the job. The first thing we'll need to do is make sure our offer for the bearers is accepted.
You're still in negotiations?
We are. A trusted colleague has been dealing with the Fist on our behalf, but things have been trickier than we anticipated. I suppose it's to be expected. This is the army we're dealing with. Fighting's what they do. But we shall emerge victorious in the end.
Well, if you need any help, you know where to find me.
I'm not sure I do, but thank you all the same.
Bum, 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 bum.
Ah, Clive.
You wanted to talk?
The man I was watching earlier, the one speaking to my sister. He represents the Silver Peak Consortium. It's one of the bigger trading houses.
Any lore on this place you talking about?
I think I've heard of them.
Well, every trader in Dhalmekia has. They operate across the length and breadth of the Republic, and they're still expanding. They've been trying to get Eloise to join their ranks for some time now, and judging by her reaction earlier, I'd say she had half a mind to accept their latest offer.
And you'd rather she didn't?
I would rather she did what makes her happy. And I would never deny her such an opportunity. Eloise saved me from slavery, and we have striven to save others like me ever since. But this was not the life my sister wanted, nor the one she deserves. I won't let her give up on her dreams again for my sake. She freed me from my bonds, and she must be freed from hers in turn.
You're a good man, Theo.
I have always been grateful for what my sister did for me, and I want to repay the favor by letting her live her own life. But each time an opportunity to do just that arises, she turns it down. For my sake.
She loves you.
And I love her. Which is why I want this time to be different. To show her that I don't need to be watched over anymore. Though I'm sure I'll still need some help from time to time. I trust that I can count on you.
Always.
Thank you, Clive. Well then, I had better get back to work. These bearers aren't going to move themselves. That's a job for the Crimson Caravans. This could well be the last commission the Crimson Caravans undertakes. Under present management, at least. But don't tell my sister I said that, will you?
Alright, that's one quest down. I think we might have enough now to get the next item, so I'm gonna go see first. Thought it was 1390, or was it 1410? I don't remember. We'll check.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
Hopefully it's a good one.
Help you today, Clive?
Hopefully it's a good one. Here we go. Enclosed, you will find an item of high and strange order, one for which I require neither thanks or recompense. Consider it a reminder where your loyalties are best placed. The chat man. Cause it's the chat. Oh, it was 1360. Huh.
You earned this.
Damn right I did.
Come again. I may have...
I need to know if this thing is any good. What is it? What's it do? Oh, that's not good at all. His eyes glowing, his blade an extension of his very arm. He knew no fatigue. The man was gone, and his place, the icon, visited upon us death and 1,000-fold. First-hand account of siege of stone here. Increases Lionheart tonic duration by 30 seconds. That's not great. It's not great at all. I knew it had something to do with limit break though.
More for ya.
Knew it. I knew it had something to do with LB.
Ah, Clive. Just the man I was hoping to see.
Oh? And why is that?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up residence here after the Akashic attacked? Well, now the rest have come to join him. Seems their barracks in the Lazarus have been lost to an ether flood. Now, I don't mind having a few more brave boys around to keep them animals at bay. I ain't daft after all. But we ain't got nowhere for 'em to bed down. Poor buggers are having to make do with haylofts and chocobo pens. I'd build 'em a new barracks here if I could. But where would I put 'em? There just isn't enough room up here on the rock. Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle. The people we're counting on to keep us safe are living like beggars.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for safe haven. But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might help me with. If it ain't too much of a burden, of course.
I wonder if they're gonna make us clear out Crescenda or Cressida.
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So, where were you thinking of making this new home?
Well, I reckon we could do a lot worse than Eastpool.
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy, what happened. And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, we would have. But what's done is done. And those who lived there wouldn't have wanted the village they loved to be left in ruins.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but I reckon it's got a good few years left in it yet. There's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den, and they don't seem like they'll be moving on in a hurry. Nasty bastards they are too. I've lost some good men to their raids. Would have sent someone to clear them out sooner if my boys didn't already have their hands full fending off the Akashic. But now we've got a few more guardians of the flame to call on. I reckon it's time we made our move. What do you say? Fancy leading a raiding party?
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved. I won't have bandits sully those memories. I'll gladly drive them out of there.
And I know the men will
bandits.
gladly follow you. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about how we might be able to win the place back. And I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too. Why don't you go and talk to him?
Of course.
Sounds like a job for Bahamut.
Reckon Eastpool would make a nice little home for a few bearers and guardians with a mind to make a go of it. Once those blasted bandits have been sent packing, that is.
Back to Eastpool, then.
Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first. So, Wade, it's good to see you well.
And you, Lord Rossfield. And you.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool and make it your own.
That's right, though it was mostly her idea. I rather fear my men have been treading on her toes somewhat since joining us, not to mention each other's. And then there are the bearers, men and women who found the courage to flee their masters and sought refuge here. We need somewhere to settle them, and I can think of worse places than Eastpool.
As can I. Which is why I agreed to help you win it back.
That's very kind of you. I'd be most grateful if you would. With you beside us, we shall soon send that rabble of rogues running for the hills.
So, what can you tell me?
That thankfully there aren't too many of them. Fewer than a dozen at our last count. And rather less, thankfully, the road that leads there will more than likely still be crawling with Akashic. A small force would suffice to clear the village, but if the Akashic were to follow them in, that force could end up trapped between a rock and a very hard place indeed.
I'll head into Eastpool and deal with the bandits. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village and fend off any Akashic who come too close. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk yourself, my lord.
The Akashic are the bigger risk. I can handle a few bandits.
Well, if you're sure, I shall summon my men at once.
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord. You go on ahead. We'll be with you before long.
All right. I'll meet you at Eastpool then.
We shall see you there. And may victory await our coming.
Cheers. All right.
Peaceful.
I ain't running over there. Might be lazy.
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
Ow.
You will leave this place.
Or face the consequences.
Come on. You don't wanna get in my way. Easy clap.
That's the end of that then.
Oh no, it's gooey goo.
What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too.
Oh. Two scoops. Huh? I can't catch a break trying to dodge this thing. Makes me angry, those things. Their pattern is so weird. They got like weird delays, right? And like every time I try to dodge something, I end up getting hit. I don't like
Any
them.
more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for Akashic.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road, then arrived just in time to see you slay that... whatever it was.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind. Though I expect you and the Guardians will be up to the challenge should another appear.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away, before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them, and not a single Akashek in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuilding the place. It won't be easy, especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with the place. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in the fire or burned by the bandits, that is. It'll take a bit of elbow grease, but we'll see Eastpool rise again. Just you wait.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course. I couldn't agree more.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more, you have only to send a Stolas.
And we will, my lord. Safe travels.
Eastpool lives again.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
First things first, we'll need to get a few of these roofs seen to. Wouldn't want to be caught in a storm without any shelter.
Live in that big house right there. Y'all all can stay in there. That's like that's a mansion over there, bro. That's a big old mansion. Hannah's house, all right?
Ah, there you are. All went well then. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits while his lot kept an eye out. Nicely done. And what's all this about some shape-shifting nightmare showing up? On second thoughts, don't tell me. It'll only give me nightmares of my own. What matters is you did it. And now we can build our new village.
I suppose it will be. What will you call it?
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place, but that don't undo the good that happened there. No need to throw the baby out with the bathwater.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool, but their work ain't done yet. So the way I see it, neither is mine. If it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
Get you a strong back, not a long back.
You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Right. Knocking them out, baby.
Eastpool's been in ruins for years, so wonder any of it's still standing. But with a bit of lumber, a lick of paint, and a lot of hard work, they'll make a home of it yet.
Alright. Now we just got one more side quest. Oh, shit. Boss Wing. We gotta fight the war. I wonder.
I'll be taking you all to a storehouse in the Bales. Leave anything you don't need behind.
About to go down, I bet.
What you have to do.
I won't let you down.
Damn. He just sound like he ready to kill somebody.
Clive, I fear that I must bid you farewell. As you know, our time grows short. The Lord Chief Justice's vultures are circling. We must strike now. Before we part, I want you to know that, though I may not always have been your most vocal ally, I trust you, as I trusted your predecessor.
Thank you. I appreciate the sentiment. And I understand more than anyone how you feel. But is revenge really the answer?
It is the one I found. And it is all that I have lived for since that day.
But what of Lostwing? Everything you've built.
I built Lostwing to achieve this aim. Once it is done, the village will have served its purpose. My comrades and I are sure of our cause, and we shall fight to the last, come what may. But there are those among us who cannot fight. Children, the elderly, bearers afflicted by the curse. I would place Lostwing in their hands, if I thought it would do them any good. But a village home only to the frail and the infirm is not likely to stay a safe haven for long. And so, Clive, I find myself turning to you once more. Will you take them to your hideaway, that they might live even should Lostwing die?
I will.
Thank you. I will not have it said that I did not see to the well-being of those who rallied to my cause. The people I speak of have withdrawn to Gotan's Bales, away from danger in case the Black Shields strike.
Understood. I'll make sure they get to the hideaway safely.
Then the last of my preparations are complete. Fare you well, Clive. And may Griga guide us. All of us. Those who cannot join us in the coming fight are gathered at Gotan's Bales. I would ask that you see them to safety.
I'll search the village one last time for any stragglers. Then join Master Quinton and get some justice.
Knock 'em out the quest. Knocking out the quest. Knocking out the quest. Dang, all the grapes is dried up and shit. Well, some of them.
Everyone. Quinton has asked that you come with me. He can no longer guarantee your protection, but I can. There's a safe place I can take you to.
Well, if that's what the Master thinks best. Sid, none of us would be standing here today if it weren't for Master Quinton. We owe him our lives. So we ain't about to start telling him what he should do with his. If he's saying we ain't safe in Lostwing no more, it's 'cause he ain't coming back. And if that's what has to happen, then so be it. I only hope he can see this through to the end. That we get to see justice done.
I hope so too.
Oi! You lot! Where's everyone else? They ain't already left, have they?
They've gone with Master Quinton.
Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
What's wrong?
I've just come from the Justice's manor. We have to get Quinton to call off the attack. It ain't just the Black Shields protecting the place. He's got a guard dog and all. A fucking monster. They don't stand a chance against that thing. If I don't get the message to them, they're all gonna fucking die.
Damn.
We can't let this happen. Sid, don't worry about us. You've got to catch up with him. We can't let Quinton die before that bastard does.
All right. I'll do what I can. Where is this manor?
It's way over to the east, through the woods. Heavenhall, he calls it.
Promise us, Sid. Promise us you'll do what you can.
Uh-oh. Way over here?
The manor's to the east of Lostwing, through the woods. Quinton and the others will be halfway there already. You have to hurry.
Please, Sid, you've got to catch up with him. Don't let all our work be in vain.
I still haven't paid Quentin back for saving my life. So don't let him die. Not yet.
Dragon's Airy? Is this the behemoth I was talking about earlier? You said a fucking dog, so I'm assuming.
Clive, look.
No. Don't tell me we're too late.
Might be. Bunch of dead men.
Quentin, are you all right?
No. But I am alive. Which is more than I can say for my comrades. They followed me without question all the way here. And they died. For nothing.
This must be the guard dog. Quentin. I'll hold it off. You go.
But
sorry about that.
Your
Homies and
comrades didn't
honeys,
die
my
for
bad.
nothing. They died for you. Don't let their sacrifice be in vain.
White coral.
Come on then.
That is no real guard dog.
No. Just a rabid beast that needs to be put down.
Oh, that came out really fast. Holy shit. Fucking missing every dodge.
arrived earlier. Is it over?
It is. He wept and begged for mercy. And I cut him from ear to ear. Just as I dreamed of doing all these years. All my plans. Building a haven in Lostwing. Freeing bearers from their chains and recruiting them to my cause. It was all for this. But what is this? Justice? My faithful comrades. All those lives lost. So that I might take another.
Quentin.
Master Quentin! Oh, thank Grieger you're safe.
You're alive.
And so are you. I'm so sorry. I tried to warn you about that thing. And I hate to say it, but there's more bad news. It's Lostwing. It's been flooded.
What?
What?
Lostwing. My Lostwing.
And look who's here.
They must have stolen in after we left, just before the flood struck. What if there are still people in there?
Don't be a fool! Damn it. It's not going to last long in there.
Then we finish this quickly.
mega flares are ridiculous for these type of situations. This is absolutely absurd.
I need to find Quentin. Quentin! Quentin! Look at me! Thank the Founder. He hasn't turned. I'm going to get you out of here. Welcome back to the land of the living.
Is Lostwing?
The flood has filled the valley.
I see. Then all is at an end. A strange way to achieve one's life's ambition.
No, Master Quentin. Save your strength.
Why? All that I strove for is gone. Only emptiness remains. I have nothing left to live for.
What the heck are you on about? You've got us, ain't you? Don't try telling me you only freed us so you could get revenge. We're more than that to you, and we all know it.
I thought you weren't coming back. But I prayed, and you did. There's got to be a reason for that, right? Can't we just go back to how it was? You know, you looking after us all.
Your work ain't over yet, Master Quentin. We believed that you were the right man to lead us, and we still do.
Your village may be lost, but it seems your people aren't, so long as you remain to guide them.
But why? After what why would anyone follow me?
'Cause we're family, aren't we?
Family?
Yeah, and all our comrades who went with you, they felt the same. Lostwing weren't just a village. It was all of us.
It was. And as long as we're still here, it is too.
We can start again. Build a new Lostwing, right here in the Bales.
A fresh start. One life ends, and another begins. Why just a village? We could build towns. A nation, even. What's to stop us?
That's the Master Quentin we know.
Please. I am nobody's master. Quentin will suffice. After all, we are family.
Family.
Permit me to withdraw my request. I will no longer be needing your help in looking after my people.
I'll pretend you never asked.
But you must be rewarded for your efforts on our behalf. You saved my life twice over. And more besides.
A bottle or two of your finest red will suffice.
Of course. Nothing but the best. And I have a feeling that this year's vintage will be the finest yet. If you don't mind waiting, that is.
I look forward to it.
Signboard for Clive's room. This emblem of the hangman, the tavern at the heart of Lostwing. The village is a haven for the downtrodden, built around the fallen ruin, one as apt to reveal the secrets as the hangman, enigmatic tavern keeper. Wheel accessory reduces cooldown.
They are right, you know. Lostwing can be rebuilt. It was more than a mere village. More than a staging ground for revenge. It was a vision of how life might be. Of how we who have suffered can come to find family again.
Right. Done. Oh, look, new hunts available now. I think you have to do that quest because, like, now that the village has been flooded, remember I went into that one area in Lost Wing, and there was just a big arena. I'm assuming there's gonna be something there that you need to fight, and now that village is flooded, and everything that will go in there or in there is Akashic now. The man in black. The greater part of those black shields you spied on Lost Wing were taken by Aether Flood. However, we received reports that one yet survives, a zealot of evil who persists in delivering any bearer who strays too close to his hiding place a gruesome death. Alas, he is herefore proved more than a match for the curse breakers sent to slay him. Yeah, I'm assuming he's in that area.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
My Lord Marquis, I heard about Eastpool. That some of my fellow Guardians are to build a new home there, both for themselves and for Madame Martha's bearers. Is it true?
It's true. The village is to be rebuilt.
I have many fond memories of Eastpool. When I was a child, we would visit my aunt and uncle often. They would lavish attention upon me as if I were the son they never had. I went to see Aunt Hannah after my uncle passed away, but not nearly as often as I should have.
Oscar, I'd like you to assist Sir Wade in the rebuilding efforts.
But my lord, my training is not yet complete. I couldn't possibly.
I warned you I might not be the easiest of masters, but I'm not as hard-hearted as that. Go. Be with your aunt. Rebuild her home. Is what she would have wanted.
Yes, my lord. Thank you, my lord.
The Hangman's Signboard, the emblem of the Hangman, the tavern that sits at the heart of Lost Wing. Now, in the depths of an Aether Flood, it depicts a hooded, bound, and starved man hung by the ankles, perhaps contemplating how he will take his vengeance on those who made him this way. Now that Quentin strives to build a new future for the remnants of his Lost Wing family, mayhap the Hangman will rise again, but likely under a different name. Starting over, Clive. I cannot begin to thank you for all you've done for Lost Wings. So in lieu of awkward remembrance, I shall be sending several barrels of the next season's vintage. I can only hope you finally turn off that foamy swill and yours so covet, Quentin. Cool. It ain't gonna matter because we're going back to Lost Wing in the next episode to do that hunt. So hopefully you enjoyed this one, homies and honeys. It's cut time. Catch you in the next one. We gonna be OUT out. Deuces.